respected Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. Hello. I want to talk to you about a language you all already know. It's a language that doesn't require vocabulary. It doesn't have an accent or a dialect, but we all were born to speak it. Our body language. So, like any spoken language, our body language has a positive and a negative, a good and a bad. And I want to talk to you today about 3 key elements that I've learned in my ventures of different scenarios that taught me what positive body language can mean in a situation. So the 3 key elements I would like to talk to you about today is posture, eye contact, and gestures. So let's start with posture. Posture is very simple. What I'm doing for you right now is maintaining good posture. My back is erect, my hands are open, and I'm maintaining positive eye contact with everybody. This just shows that I am committed to this conversation. I bring nothing but sincerity and honesty to this conversation. I can easily change this into a negative conversation or communication by simply placing my arms on my waist. Now I look like authority to you. I can talk to you like this, and give you a knife hand and tell you, this is what I want you to believe. This is what I want you to see. So rather than me sharing my ideas, I'm now imposing it and pushing it down on you. So it's just as simple, an open arm or open hands to a very mean stance. The second key element in a body language is eye contact. If you have kids, you know kids speak through their eyes more than their words. If you have puppies, you know they speak with their eyes more than their words as well. Our eyes can talk more than what we can imagine. And we have the ability to shift emotions with our eyes. We can show happiness, sadness, fear, hatred. We see a lot more sadness today. But again, that can be a positive eye contact with someone in a communication or in a conversation shows that you're committed to that conversation. That's where you are focused, and that's where your mind is, and you're completely into that, and you're not swaying, you're not thinking about anything, but you have given them the 100% attention. Making it negative would be looking away or looking down, or not look, when someone asks for a volunteer, you look away or look at your paper or you start doodling. Those are negative eye contact, which we want to think about. And an example of a negative eye contact would be, I have a manager who from the get-go, from my interview with her, I realized that something is not right between me and her. I couldn't figure out for the longest time what it was until one day we're sitting at a team dinner and I realized that she doesn't give me eye contact. Every time I spoke up, she would look away. Every time it was my turn to do something or say something, her attention would be somewhere else. And it was a simple eye contact. To her, I probably was intimidating her. I probably brought more to the table than she could handle. But to me, it felt like she had something to withhold. She was lying to me. She wasn't being straightforward with her employee. So that it's something very simple on our part. Just look at someone in their eyes and maintain that direct eye contact. The third key element I want to talk to you about today is gesture. A perfect example of a gesture is when we wave at someone, or when we ask them to come over or have a seat. It's the most frequently used and easily identified body language because we always use gestures with our words. A positive positive use of gesture would be to maintain the triangle, which is the safe zone. Anything under your chin and above your waistline is considered safe zone. You move your hands way too much, it'll look like you're, what the heck is going on over here? You're angry. If your hands are under the safe zone, now it's going to look like, I don't know, I don't know what to say, or you look like you're not in that conversation. So an example of that is today I had someone speak to me, but she was talking about her family, a lot of good things are happening, but the entire time she had her arms crossed. And I know something is off between her and I because for the last 1 week she's been avoiding me. So today I created a moment to talk for us to connect, and all she could do was tell me all good things, but her arms were crossed and her body was turned away from me. So my research for this speech has taught me that those are two bad body languages I should not be associating with right now, but I never confronted her over it. But that's a simple, and another example of a posture which I wanted to talk to you about was I have a mentor, or had a mentor, and I'm going to call him Captain Morgan. And you probably know where I'm going with this, because every time he talks about himself, he gets so excited, he'll get up off his chair and put his leg on a chair. And that's how he talks. He always has to have his leg on his chair. To him, he is showing authority, he is showing power, like he is the king of that information, and he knows his stuff, which is all great. But to me, I'm looking at him like, man, he's a genius, but he looks like a clown. So again, to be mindful, these are the three body languages that stood out to me because I have personal experiences from various people in my life, in my career, and that's where, and that's what I wanted to focus on today. Their posture, eye contact, and gestures. Let's be mindful of that. Let's be mindful of how we are perceived with our body language. Let's practice. Let's not, I don't know how to use the word inertia into this. Let's be motivated to change. Let's be motivated to practice our body language. So while we want to be good communicators here, we're also good communicators through our body language. Thank you.